So, hi everyone, hello everyone, 안녕하세요 everyone, good morning everyone, good afternoon, good evening, hello. Oops. Okay, so welcome back to weekly Korean live class, and my name is Keijin. 안녕하세요, 케이진입니다. And 안녕하세요, 침침입니다. 안녕하세요, 디샤, 안드레아, 헤이스메, 디프니, 이샤라, 프린스. Oh, ebook is the best. That's right. Nadine, Chris. Okay, so as mentioned, I just want to quickly introduce this ebook. Today's topic is about how to pronounce what? Pro dun, 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 dun. Pronounce correct? Dear sounds so. How to pronounce dear L. Ooh, that's right. I got this question from the user. I often get this same question. So this is maybe difficult for you because Korean real sound doesn't exist in English. So when we romanize the Korean alphabet, we often use R or L, but it's not R or L. It's completely different sounds, but there is no way to romanize this letter. So we often use R or L. But yes, today we are going to talk about that. And if you're not familiar with the Korean alphabet, ta-da! Can you see this? Yes, we are giving away this free Hangul ebook. Ooh, right? We have all the alphabet and you can practice writing. So please check out the link in the description so you can practice this sound as well as other alphabet. But today we are going to focus on this sound which doesn't exist in English. Alex, right, this. So are you ready? And also, today's lesson note is updated in the link in the description again. Link in the description is magic link. You have everything. You have this Hangul ebook or today's lesson note or lesson note of my previous lessons. So please check it out. Amira, romanization is so bad. I know. Actually, I don't really like using romanization because romanization is from the English alphabet. So, well, English alphabet is not Korean, right? So it doesn't really present the Korean sounds correctly. But for beginners, there's no way to teach you how to sound like it. So we use romanization. But if you want to have a better Korean pronunciation, then throw away romanization. Just remember Korean as sounds, unfortunately. Because Korean is Korean, Korean is not English. So if you try to learn the Korean alphabet with English letters, that will ruin your pronunciation. And Lin, 저는 싱가포르에 살아요. Oh, you live in Singapore. I've been there. And Mahamud, hi. And Nadine is so friendly, talking with Essie the Great. Essie the Great, 안녕. Juhan, thank you. And Leah, Nelwyn, Portia Kim. That's right, exactly. Romanization isn't very accurate, unfortunately. So try to learn Korean letter by Korean sound, not the English alphabet. Okay, so Memo, John, Joya, Yori, Froley, again here, Midori, Anna as usual, Irene, Rika, Akansha. Okay, so let's start. I keep reading the comment. Oh, Lynn, thank you. Is it your first live? First time to join it and you watched my video? Great! Let's learn the Korean alphabet. Learn how to pronounce this. So before this, do you know how to write this? How to write this? By the way, I got a new board. How is it? So this is how you write it. Did you see it? 1, 2, 3. But a lot of Korean people write it like this because it's faster, but it's up to you. But if you write the correct order, that will show correct form. So beginners, I recommend you to learn the correct way, like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you see this? 1, 2, 3. But again, a lot of Korean people write this letter as this or even this to write faster. But this is the original correct form. Okay? Disha, you're even talking to Nightbot. By the way, Nightbot is not a real person, it's a bot, it's automatical robot. So sometimes Nightbot is not very smart like you, so it might delete your comments automatically. I don't know the algorithm. So please don't get mad, I'm really sorry. Nightbot is not under my control. Okay, so this is how you write it. And in English, you have the name of each alphabet, right? A, B, C, D, E, F. In Korean, the name of this alphabet is 리을. Can you see this? 리을, 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 리을. So the name of this alphabet is 리을, 리을. Okay. So let's learn how to pronounce this alphabet. 리을, 리을, 리을. So first, I prepared this, the inside of the mouth. Can you see this? Inside of the mouth. Okay. I hope you can see this. So this, can you see this? This is mouth, lip. I hope you can see it clearly though. This is lip, and this is teeth. I can draw it like this. This is teeth. And this, the red one, is tongue. So how can you pronounce 리을? Where should you put your tongue? Is behind, is on the ridge of the roof of the mouth. Can you see this? So when you pronounce R, so I actually prepared L sound too. When you see the L sound, L, you actually touch the back of your front teeth, right? L, lion, lily. Your tongue touch the back of your front teeth, right? How about L, R? Your tongue doesn't even touch the roof of the mouth or your teeth, right? You don't touch anything, right? Rose or rule, roof. R doesn't touch your tongue. But Korean L, which is 리을, is actually similar to L. Can you see this? Oops. Oh, you couldn't see it. Sorry. I want to show you. Don't go away. Can you see the difference in the tongue? I put it on the board actually. So this sounds very similar to L sound. So if I have to choose, is it R or L? Well, both are not correct, but I would say L. And this is the L sound. This is the L sound. So when you pronounce L L, L, your tongue touch the back of the teeth, right? L, L, L. But Korean R sound, pronounce R, 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 R. The ridge of the roof of your mouth roof. R, R, R. Can you pronounce? When you see this, please try to pronounce if you are at home. Right, so when you pronounce this, remember it touches the ridge of your roof of the mouth. So think, how do you pronounce the D sound? D in English. How do you pronounce D sound? D or T sound. You touch the ridge of the roof of the mouth, right? D, dragon, dry, dress. You touch the ridge of the mouth. Actually, you put the tongue there to pronounce Korean dear, like this. So is it okay? Is it okay? So it's between L and R. L and R. When you pronounce R, your tongue is more like here, but you don't touch the roof of the mouth, right? But you have to touch like L. But L, your tongue is near the teeth, but it's too close to the teeth. You put the tongue this ridge. Okay, great. So let's practice. I prepare some words, and how about this? Do you know how to read this word? What does this mean? This is from the English word radio. Yes, I get it. Great. Okay. Radio in Korean is radio. It's not radio, it's not radio, it's radio. Oh, but is it close to R or L? Radio, isn't it close to L? Well, it's not L or R, but if you are not familiar with this Korean dear, I would say it's close to L. Radio. That's right. That's why it's pronounced like L sometimes. The tongue is located between L or R sound. That's why it sounds like sometimes L, sometimes R. Radio, helpful, Kit Kati. That's why radio. Again, if you say it in English, it's radio. But it's actually similar to English L, radio, but put the tongue behind, not too close to the teeth. Radio, 요리, yes, it means radio. Radio. So remember, if a word start with dir sound at the beginning, that is close to L sound. I'm telling this for beginners, but of course it's different. But those of you who cannot distinguish, remember, if it's located at the beginning of the word, it's more like L sound, but again, different. Radio. How about this? Ribbon. In Korean is this. 리본. Oops. 리본. Can you hear? Is it close to R or L? It's close to the L sound when it start with dear. 리본. Is it okay? I wish you guys are all here so I can correct every single person's pronunciation. 리본, Alicia, that's right, it's ribbon. 리본. How about this? Russia. In Korean is 러시아. For Korean people, English sounds very rhythm. It has lots of rhythm, like Russia. But in Korean, it's syllable language. So for example, 라, 디, 오. So each letter has same rhythm. Same, that's right, ribbon. Yeah, it has same rhythm. La, ti, o. Same length. La, ti, o. This one, ribbon. Ribbon. It's not like that. It's every letter has just one length. One. Just la, ti, o. 리본. 러시아. 이샤라. What about 사랑해? That's a great example. I also prepared 사랑 too. 사랑, what does that mean? It means love. 따라란. 사랑. It means love. 사랑. But again, it's actually a tip. If this deal is between words, it's more like R sound. I mean, if it's like L sound, you will say 사랑, right? But it's not like this. 사랑. That's right. This means love. 사랑. 주한, ramen or ramen? Great question. 라면. It starts with real sound. When it starts with real sound, it's more like L sound. So ramen, it's not a ramen. Ramen. Is that okay? Ramen in Korea is instant noodle, by the way. 라면. Okay, 사랑 means love. How about this? Road in Korean is 도로. So the tip is when it starts with real sound, it's more like L sound. Start like this. Then it's a L sound. When it's in the middle of the word, it's more like R sound. It's not 사랑, it's 사랑. How about this? Future is 미래 means future. It's not 밀래. It's more like kind of R, but again, I'm just compare with R or L for beginners, not for intermediate level people, because Korean real sound is different from R or L. Oh, 모아. How about ramen? Ramen is more like L sound. 라면, it's not like ramen. It's more like 라면 is like L. When it start with the real sound, radio, ribbon, Russia is similar to L, but again, put the tongue on the ridge of the roof of the mouth. Helpful, cause it's in the middle. That's right. If it's in the middle, it starts from there, but it's still in the middle of words. Then it's kind of like R. It's not like dollo. It's not dollo. It's not L sound. It's do, ro. So Korean real sound is different. Can you see this? So you put the tongue just like when you pronounce the sound, like dragon, drama, dress. So when you put the sound, you put the tongue on the ridge of the roof of the mouth, right? 사랑, 도로, 미래. 사랑, 도로, 미래. Then how about this? Gorilla. Gorilla. Go in Korean is 고릴라. This real sound is between the words, in the middle of the words, right? So it's kind of like R sound. It's not gorilla. It's gorilla. gorilla. But this one sounds like kind of like L. Gorilla. When there is real sound here. So when the 받침 real, this is what we call 받침. It's the consonant sound and is located at the bottom of the letters. Is what we call 받침. Again, it's a final consonant located at the bottom of the letter. Is 받침. If its 받침 is real and the next letter is real too, then it's pronounced as L. Kind of like gorilla. I am Juan. How about rose in Korean? That's great question. Rose. How about this? Rosemary is herb, right? I like the smell. 로. It starts with L, the real sound at the beginning, so it's L sound. Rosemary. Oh, Mari. Is again middle of the word, so it's not like Molly. It's not Molly. It's Mari. Disha, how about 사람? 사람 means person. 사람. Oh, it's middle. So it's not 사람. It's 사람. It's kind of like our 사람. But if just like gorilla, gorilla, I use it this red color because it's important. gorilla. Oh, there are two real. So when there are two real, it's kind of like L sound. L. Gorilla. Okay, so I have other example too. How about this? Elevator. In Korean is elevator. Doo-doo-doo. Can you see this? Da-da-da-da. Elevator. Let me write it down. Okay, so this is A, right? This is A. Elevator. Oh, there are two here at the same time, so it sounds like LL, elevator, but it's not like English L. It's not elevator, it's elevator. The location of the tongue is different. And also, in English, the L sound is very tensed. It sounds like like lion or lake or like. What else? Lose. You lose something. You lose weight, right? Lose. It sounds like there is sound, like sound. It's very tense in English, but Korean, it's not really tense. You don't really put lake. You don't have sound in Korean. So if Korean people pronounce lake, there's no sound at the beginning. We just say lake. Okay. Lake. Okay. Oops. So I have more example too. How about this? 별 means star. 별. 별 means star. It's a beautiful word, right? 별, star, star. 별. It kind of sounds like deer. L, right? 별. It's not bird. It's 별, 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 star. How about this? R is hard, that's right. 별 means star. It's a beautiful word. I like it. How about this? This has two meaning. 말. Again, it's like Korean alphabet is syllable words. 고릴라, 별, 말. In English, it's like elevator. It sounds very musical to Koreans, but Korean language is like each syllable has this rhythm. 별, 말. 말 means a word or horse. 말. Again, if it's English L, it will be probably like mal. It's very tense, mal. But I want to show this too. So when you pronounce L, the shape of your tongue is like this. Okay, so this is the roof of your mouth, and this is teeth. So your tongue is like L, very curved, right? L. And Korean R is more like la. It's like more flat. La. English la. Korean R, Korean dear, la. When you pronounce the sound in English, it's really flat like this, right? The. But Korean dear sound is more like between English D and L. The shape of the tongue. It's not so curved like L. It's not flat like D, but it's between there. And the location is when you pronounce D sound. It's behind the teeth. Touch the ridge of the roof of the mouth. R, ra, ля, 러, 려, 로, 루, di, ra. And that's a great example. How about this? 물. It means water. 물. So it ended with this real sound at the bottom. So it's similar to L sound. Katerina, I think I kind of get it now. So actually the best way to memorize this sound is not by the theoretical stuff like, oh, okay, so I located tongue here. It's more like you read the words and try to pronounce this. Actually, pronunciation is done by all your tongue muscle. So if you can't pronounce this real sound clearly, that means your muscle is not really built up. It doesn't have enough muscle to pronounce real yet. So you need to build the real muscle by practicing a lot. 라디오, 리본, 러시아, Flippy 8, a great example too. It's 불. It's not bull. It's too tense. It's a bull. English L sounds is very tense and it always has sounds. Korean we don't have it. It's just 불. It's not bull. 불. Put the tongue here and then it's not really tense. Just say lightly. 불. 사랑. 도로. 미래. 고릴라. 엘리베이터. 별. 말. How about this? My other favorite word is sky. Sky in Korean is 하늘. 따라란. 하늘. Again, 하늘. It's not 하늘. It's 하늘. Okay. 불타오르네, right? So it's a name of BTS song and it has real sounds too. Oh, and actually, if you have any other words, then please let me know so we can practice more. 가을, that's a great word too. 가을, 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 가을 is ending with this, so it's like L sound. 가을, 가을. 아이스크림, 아이스크림, right? Ice cream is a good one too. So, 아이스크림, 아이스크림, 아이스크림. It's not like ice cream. English sound is really musical. Ice cream, but in Korean, 아이스크림, 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 아이스크림. It's not really tense like 크림. It's not 크림. It's like 크림, 크림. Hangul, Hangul is a great one too. Hangul, again, is the name of the Korean alphabet. Ta-da! Which you can download for free. So the link is in the description, so please check it out. Ta-da! Ta-da! So, summary. So, Korean lir is different from English R and L, but there's no way to romanize this for beginners, so we often use R or L, but the sounds is different. And also, you cannot really trust the romanization system because it doesn't represent real sounds very well. In many romanization, the romanization of radio is la ti o, because this is what Korean government decided. If people mix R and L or other sounds, it's very confusing. So government actually decided the romanization rule. So that's why our website follow the government rule. But again, it's just a romanization. It sounds very different from the Korean actual sound. Here. So where do you put the tongue? It's actually somewhere between L and R. But if you want to know where it is exactly, it's the reach of the roof of your mouth. When you pronounce D sound, you touch the roof of the mouth, right? D. When you pronounce Korean lir, it's there. D. But when you pronounce L, the tongue is very curved, right? L. When you pronounce D, it's very flat. But Korean lir is somewhere between there, the shape of your tongue. But the location is like the place. But it sounds pretty close to L than R. And when it comes at the beginning of the word, it's like L. Not exactly L, but it's similar. Radio. But if it's middle of the word, it's like R. 사랑. It's not 사랑. It's 사랑. Or 미래. And if it comes at the end of the word, so when it comes between vowel, like 사랑, it's like R, but when it comes at the end of the word, it's like L. And also, if there is R sound, lir sound before lir, double lir, right? Elevator is like more like L sound. But again, you don't have to remember all this rule. If you put your tongue correct place, then you can pronounce this naturally. You don't have to memorize this, but I'm just explaining for beginners to make it clear, easier to understand. But when you pronounce tongue in the right location and your shape of tongue is correct, then you will pronounce this naturally. And don't try to memorize all these sound only. Just try to memorize with other words like radio, not just lir sounds only. Just practice these lir sounds with other words to practice your tongue muscle to pronounce lir better. Okay, I wish I can really correct everyone, but I couldn't because I cannot hear you. But I read your comments, so thank you very much, lovely Enrique and Faze, Maria, Astrid, Sammy, Nasa, Karen, Yori, Flippy, Adit, Johan, the Hilly Pony Girl One Company, Disha, Katrina, Cody, I'm Lucy, HKK, Daphne, Payo, Gotina. Oh, that's a great one. 일 means work, 질문 means question, 요리 means dish or cuisine. And John, okay. Oh, Red Monster is Red Monster, Red Monster, Red Monster, Red Monster. And I am Jason. So thank you very much, everyone. And next week, I'm going to talk about filler words. In English, you use a lot of filler words when you say something, right? It's like, oh, well, oh, like, yeah. Or like, yeah, I use like too. Because when you talk, you need to think. You need some time to think about the next words, right? So sometimes you say, oh, well, or something like, like, or yes, is good one too. So in English, there are lots of filler words, and in Korean too. So if you know these filler words, your Korean will sound more natural, and also you can make some time to think what to say the next. So thank you very much. Aing, Kutomais, Ekrina, and Regina. If you're not sure how to pronounce this again, please review this video. We always upload it after this live. So 하나, 콩민. And thank you very much, and we will see you next time. James, Christopher, Barbie, Jay, I'm Lucy. Hey, it's May. See you again, Sweetie Fatina, and Essie the Great, Mark Math. So, thank you. Bye bye.